Hi guys, this is Murat, and I want to talk about learning React. I found a solid way, and it's so good that I had to share it. So this book is Chris Norrig, and it's quite okay book. It's just short, concise, to the point, gives you some code examples and everything. And reading something like this is fine, but unless you try in your own environment, play with it, you don't learn anything, right? So usually, what you would do is create a React application, serve it, all these clunky things, right? And as you go through the code, maybe you have to make like so many different versions of the application just so you can play with a component. And it's okay once, but that information doesn't get stored there, right? So you just want chapter by chapter information, little code snippets that you can save and play with. Right? So as you know, Cypress has component testing, and it lets you test the component in isolation. That means it can also help you develop a component in isolation, hinting out TDD practices. So I have this repository which has a great React application. So it didn't start as that. It started as something for the CI, super simple. But then I thought, okay, why not add component testing to it so I can have end-to-end test and component test, kind of basic sanity thing. And that built up, and I took, there are actually quite a lot of hidden examples within Cypress's own repository on React component testing. Of course, they're going to improve it, but I didn't wait, right? I just want to practice everything. So there are plenty of examples here. And I thought, oh, why not try to go through this book, which I liked, make each example a component test. So all you do is you just clone this repository, you uninstall, easy. And I'm going to merge some of this to master. So that some examples from the book are there, but the only command is yarn :opencrt, right? And then it just launches. And at the moment, that runner is slightly different. I'll just launch our thing too here. Right. So the runner is slightly different. I mean, it's not different, but it's going to be different soon. It's going to be combined with the regular runner. Anyway, so I think I named this folder like that. There we go. So let's say you are in a chapter in the book. You just want to copy paste some code, play around with it. And disclaimer, not everything is super up to date. It works out of the box. You gotta wrestle it a little bit, but I'll have a working example. So here's a case of exactly that. Let's say we are running this component, right? And then you even have React DevTools showing you everything in there. So simple component, let's say it's a Jedi component, has some prop types, which we get into later, but renders the props, Jedi by name and age, that's all. And then as you pass that in. So let's say we just run this one. So this one test by itself has just that component in isolation. Okay? And then just mounts it. It actually, there's no test here. I didn't even write anything for the test, but we could write something for the test. So as you just load it like that, you can see that you have this guy as a Jedi property, and then it has a name and an age, and then you're able to immediately just play with it and do anything. Right? So let's say I have this, so I just want to change it, and that's just the data part. But that's the simplest example, and you can think of many ways to just copy the code over here and play with it as you're learning React. I think it's just next level. I would not trade this to anything. Uh, Forget about serving like a big old app, and every time you're in a new code sample, you have to update that code just to uh, show the new way of doing it. Right? So let's say this is just a child component, right? A parent component that is using that child component in a list. So it's showing you two of them. And then you like how simple this is. It's just so nice. Anyway, I thought I would share this, and it's a really effective way to try to learn React. I think. So I would totally recommend it. That's all I want to share. Have a nice one.